This box is meowing.
Let me see it.
Oh, that's because it's Christmas Day, Dopinder.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Hey, welcome back everybody. If you're new here, we are working on that 1925 Model T Ford. Ignore the tripods. This is the new engine, and today's topic is going to be rings. As we've got a new crankshaft in it, we've got new connecting rods, we have 40 over pistons, and we have a mess everywhere. Okay, we bought the 40 overs. Okay, we're going to explore that in a minute. I didn't like how they came. I didn't like the gaps out of the box. We're going to check them again. I might have been wrong. You never know. So I found a set from, they say 60 over. This is from a Buick old Jeep Pontiac 8-cylinder, and I used half in something. I don't recall what I used them on, but this one has a different type of oil ring. I don't know what I used them on. There's that. Okay. Then we weren't sure about the gaps on that. We were going to file them, so I decided to invest in a set of 60 over Hastings rings, because the engine that was in this car last time I did 15 years ago, it smoked from the day it was built. And the customer was nice enough, he just, sucked it up and got on with his life. But I believe it was the Grant brand rings of the time period that were no good. So now we have the question about the gap. Now I talked to Hastings, they sent me a sheet of information that I'm not sure he was specifically talking about Model Ts, but he sent me a spec sheet and he gave me information that conflicts the information that he gave Lang's. So I called Lang's. They said you want 12, 15, and 15 from top to bottom gap, which is, I found my notebook from 2006, 2005, and we have a 375 inch piston plus 3/1000 times 3/1000 to get your gap for the top ring and 4/1000 for the lower two. So that puts us roughly at 60 over. It would be 11.5 and 15.2 thousandths on the lower rings. Now that's great, but that basically means 12 and 15. So let's take a look at this. Let's see if we can do this. This is my murder board from 2015. We'll see if it can focus. My daughter has proclaimed her love over and over again, which is really awesome. And I have right there from 20 years ago the ring gaps for Model T engines. So now I have three sources that confirm what I thought I remembered, that we need 12 thousandths on the top one, and then 15 on the middle one, and then 15 on the oil ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my feeler gauge, and I'm going to grab a ring out of this 40 thousandths box and put my notebook away before that gets dirty. Okay, we get the rings. I've already opened these. I've already done this. I'm going to recheck my math. There is the top ring. Okay, it says top. I'm going to take one of these. We're going to stick it. Let me just make sure we're in frame here. Oh, okay, good. Because you never know. I'm going to do it on this side so you guys can see. We're going to put this in. And I'm going to bring it right to the top of the cylinder so that it's not, you know, sitting in there a little cattywampus. Now, if they broke the edge on this when they bored it, I don't know. This is the California engine. It came out of the prettiest little roadster you've ever seen. It was an off black, like a super dark gray. In the garage, I couldn't tell what color it was. I thought it was all black. You get it out in the sun, and it was gray with black fenders, and it was really pretty. But it was also full of coolant the first time anybody tried to start it. So we're going with 12 on the top, right? It's 13. There's 15. There's 18. There's 20. We're getting close. There's 21. There's 22. I'm going to call that 22 thousandths. Not good. Let's try the same ring in the next bore. I'm also going to try it a little bit down, although these do come up quite a bit. I mean, within, I bet you it's 2 rings worth. And this is where it goes bang, squish bang, so where were we at? 22? Goes right in. 22 is not 12. Let's try the middle one. Number 2. Now, if I'm doing this wrong, put something in the comments, because I'm sure I am. Everybody's an expert. This 25. That's tight. Too tight to go. Let's go. He's back in order again. Let's go 24, see if that fits. Just one of them. 24 thousandths. 24 is not 15. So we're going to park that one. That's 24. I bet you that's a little tight. Let's go with 23. 23 fits in there. Now, the reason I'm being so neurotic about this ring situation, as I mentioned, this had an oil problem, and if you didn't see the episodes where I took the engine out and apart, please go back and watch those, because it shows the gravity of the situation. It's huge. Is huge. I mean, it was blowing oil between the head gasket, the head, and the deck. It filled the radiator, which is currently still dripping oil, even at that angle. So I'm being a little bit neurotic, because I want to get this 100% right. I never want to have to take this engine apart again. So let's take a look at the 60s. These are 60 over, and they shouldn't fit. Don't mind what's in. Don't mind the box. We'll get to it. Okay, so here is the 60 over Hastings. I guess I haven't opened them yet. Let's start with the lower ring, the oil ring, the one that we're all concerned about. Zero gap. Let me do it this way so you can see. Gap's already closed and we're not even remotely where we need to be. So now I know you're wondering what's in the box. It's a nice box too. I bought a ring cutter. It even came with a spare disc that I'll probably never need. You know, because I'm doing such a high volume. Why does that look crooked to me? I'm going to be at this for hours. I wish they made a set that didn't require trimming. A set that actually fits. That would be nice. Still, I haven't even got to 0 yet. How tilted that is. Maybe I will need that other stone. The rate I'm going. Oh, so close to 0. So close to 0. Okay, 10 at a time here. If I count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get an idea how many cranks I need. Try 20. Well, can definitely see where I ground on it now. Shiny.
Shiny like a treasure from a sunken pirate wreck.
We have achieved 0. Is it 0 or is it 2? Place your bets, place your bets. There's 2. See if 5 fits. Let me do it on this side. We're at 5. 6 fits. Just need to know where I am. 7 doesn't quite fit, so we're at 6 thousandths there. Let's see how much 10 cranks takes off. We're about 10 thousandths. So let's see, we're at 5. I did 10 strokes. Now we're at 10. See if I can get to 12. So that'd be, I need 2 more, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if we're at 12 now. There's 12. Just one of them. Very, very close to 12. I have an 11? Where'd my 11 go? There's 11. Alright, 11 fits. So we're at 11. 4 strokes took it from 10 to 11. Let's keep sneaking up on it. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep sneaking up on it. We definitely don't want to go past, because then we're in the same boat we were in with the other set. Alright, we were at 11. 11. Okay. It's 12. 12 fits. 13. No go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 this time. Should be 13. That's tight, 13. 14. So close. There's my 15 again. There's 15 thousandths. I bet if we go down a little bit, let's go down to where it's going to live. That's down about where it's going to live. You still got 15. It's a tight 15. I'm going to open that up just a little bit more. Yeah, it's too tight down there. Perfect. Okay, 11 more to go. Since that is, so I don't get confused, I'm going to put it on the piston. If I can do this without breaking it. It appears to be the same on both sides, so maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, there's one. I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to do one more 15, then a 12. Finish that piston out. 11 more to go. I won't bore you with it. Okay, it's been a couple hours maybe. I got them all on. We're going to stagger the gaps. I've got one gap here. The next ring is gapped here. And then the other ring is gapped over here. So thirds. Next step is going to be, I guess, to I want to refit those wrist pins just because they're a little tight. Might drill some oil holes. We'll see. Somebody suggested I drill some oil holes here, which if I fit them right, it shouldn't need them. But that's got to be done. They were just a tad tighter than I like, so I'll probably use the time saver on that and run them in. And then we can put them in the block. And I'll be back to where I was a month ago. Unbelievable. And we can get on to the timing gear and the transmission. So that'll be fun. Build another transmission. I do it on the stand, and the reason I do it is because it needs to be done with the motor vertical. And we will get into that in the next episode. I'm just going to throw these. I mean, you watched me put the pistons in the first time with no rings. It's no different. The only difference is you need one of these, and you basically just crush the rings and then slide them in. If there is a need for that information, I will. Well, the next engine, I guess, will show that. But for right now, we're just going to go with the rings are all gapped properly. They're all fit. They're all good, and they're going in. So I will see you in the next one.